Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today is another simple video coming at you guys. I just wanted to talk about Shipment again, because I haven't ranted enough about Shipment on this channel. Now, my problem with Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2 has really boiled down to the fact that most of what came in Season 1 should have been here at launch, except for Shipment. Shipment should be nowhere near the launch of a Call of Duty. Let me explain why. Now, in order to make this point, I'm going to completely just remove Warzone, DMZ, all that from the topic. We are talking about people that buy Call of Duty for the traditional campaign Spec Ops multiplayer, campaign zombies multiplayer package, okay? A big part of that multiplayer package is progression. And one of the things that Call of Duty uses in order to maximize playtime, especially a lot recently, is the fear of missing out. And one of the issues that adding Shipment early on brings to the table is that anytime you're not in Shipment and you're trying to level up a gun or unlock a camo, you have FOMO. You are missing out on something important, XP. At the beginning of a Call of Duty's life cycle, where people should be learning maps and having a variety of experiences and having the least stale experience they're gonna ever have with the game, adding in a map that optimizes score per minute and kills per minute and XP and challenge completion, putting that in the game makes it feel like everything else is just suboptimal when you're in the mood to grind. And that feeling turns the game into a chore. Why would I level up the new Honey Badger, the Chimera, on maps that are large and complex and have variety to them? Why would I play long matches of domination that go on for 10 minutes when I could be in and out of games with people spawning in front of me for easy kills in the Shipment playlist? Now, it's more about the 24/7 playlist than the map's inclusion itself. The map's inclusion itself, you could argue, adds more variety. Even though we've seen it so many times, I don't think that adding maps like Shipment or Nuketown to a Call of Duty game necessarily add variety. But fine, for the map roster, you could argue that Shipment does add a little bit of variety to it, okay? But the thing is that when you have 24/7 playlists of Shipment constantly popping up throughout the year, it's this feeling of, if I'm not in that playlist, playing the most simplistic, small, poorly spawn designed map for optimization, I'm not optimized. I'm not getting the XP I need. I'm not getting the challenge completion I need. And that feeling needs to go. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. I hate that whenever I'm streaming Call of Duty and I'm like, hey, I'm going for this gun gold or going for this gun to be max level or whatever, somebody will come in the chat and they automatically ask, why aren't you on Shipment? Like, I bought this $70 goddamn game to sit and play Shipment over and over and over again because it optimizes the numbers on my screen. Hell no. Basically, when you have a playlist in the game that causes this feeling that you're missing out on optimal XP gains or optimal challenge completion, it makes the rest of the game, in the context of progression, feel like a chore. And here's the thing. In my opinion, Call of Duty multiplayer is sort of repetitive and has been done to death, but the reason we keep grinding it, the reason we keep buying it every year, the reason I've enjoyed leveling up and, unlocking new attachments all the way since 2009, the reason that's been is that it's a bit of a journey. It's something you work towards, it's something you climb uphill for. Tonight I was leveling up the Bass P, and as much as the Bass and I don't get along very well, I decided to just go into standard multiplayer matches, just domination, hardpoint, TDM, kill confirmed on a wide variety of maps, because I didn't want to go right into Shipment. But without a double XP token, I found the weapon leveling to be a little slow. Again, me and this gun don't exactly get along, and it doesn't work super well on every map. So the entire time I was playing and leveling up this gun, I was thinking I could just have already had this gun max leveled and be onto a different gun if I was on Shipment. Leveling up guns is immensely important in this game. Completing challenges on guns is just immensely important because you're unlocking universal attachments and camos. It's not just a matter of, oh, I want the BASP leveled up. It's, oh, I want this camo I can put anywhere I want. I want this attachment that I can put anywhere I want. So because leveling and progression is so integral in this game for just the fact that things are universal, again, having a playlist that negates the variety of the rest of the game is a bad move. I constantly feel like I'm missing out on playing optimally when I'm in the mood to grind by not playing Shipment. But Shipment itself doesn't have variety. It lacks that that experience that I want from COD, so I avoid it. And you might say, okay, then just don't play Shipment, and I'll play Shipment because I enjoy that experience, and we'll be fine, and this video was pointless. My point is, it's frustrating to play a game where there is a place you can go to optimally do everything. Sort of like, this is a much more extreme example, but if you played the original Destiny, the loot cave. Like, if you weren't exploiting the loot cave, what was wrong with you? If you were farming for engrams, why weren't you at the loot cave? That's the feeling I would want to avoid if I designed a game. If you're trying to get blank, why aren't you in blank? Is sort of a feeling I just don't want to give people. Especially when it comes to, why don't you just play the smallest, most simplest map in the game if you want to progress and unlock things to have more fun with? You see, I want the journey to be as fun as the destination. I don't want to grind the simplest map in the game sort of obligatorily because that's where I can, is that a word? It's because that's where I can get quick XP, but then I go into the rest of the game with the stuff I unlocked. I want to progress through the game and actually master weapons. There's also something that needs to be talked about when it comes to genuinely mastering a weapon and earning a mastery camo on it. Yeah, in this game it's really easy to get camos, fair enough. But in general, are you ever really mastering a gun if you got it from level 0 to 22 and it's all of its camos from nothing to gold on the smallest, most simplest map in the game? Are you really mastering the gun? Are you controlling engagements? Are you really, pushing for map control? Are you going on long flanks? Are you actually playing the game? Or are you playing a condensed, simplistic, bombastic novelty aspect of the game to optimize your score? Call of Duty players don't value the little things as much anymore, and I think one of the reasons is playlists like Shipment. I think 24/7 playlists for tiny maps in FPS games, it's just sort of a bit of a cancer on the community because everyone that's playing that wants something knows where they could go to make it easier. Kind of like when Call of Duty Vanguard started doing too many double XP weekends, it didn't really feel right to play the game unless one of those double XP weekends was active. They gave us so much that if there wasn't double XP that weekend, then it didn't really feel as worthwhile to grind. And that's how I feel with Shipment. Because Shipment's right there staring me in the face on the menu, why am I trying to learn complicated maps? Why am I trying to press for advantage or control my engagements? I could just be on a map that makes all of this simple and I can get this thing max leveled in no time. Another thing this reminds me of, this is also a much more extreme example, are these shortcut kits from Battlefield 4. The ability to buy your way through a class's progression always made me feel like when I first got the game, why am I taking all this time to level up the recon class when I could just spend a little money and get it fully leveled? I know that's different than Shipment, but it's that same feeling of, why am I experiencing the game the way it was intended? Why am I having this variety of experiences? Why am I, overcoming my weaknesses as a player and learning the game more when I could just sort of speed through this and just, either pay my way for it, exploit for it, or go on the smallest, most condensed experience for it. That's my 2 cents on Shipment being in the game. I don't think it should have been added first. I think Shoot House would have been a nice add for the game, but Shipment's just a little too tempting whenever you want to unlock something, and it kind of makes you feel like you're missing out every time you're not on it and you do want something unlocked. I feel like that's really great when the game starts to burn you out a little bit and you've already experienced months of it, but I don't think it should have been one of the first maps added to the game. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to hear from you guys, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye. Oh, if you disagree with me,